Rabbi.
Good morning. Oh, okay, there. Now what happened? Thank you. All right. Welcome, folks. Alrighty. Tiddy-dum-bum. Okay. Oh, just a reminder. We start every day, 7:05 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time, with Chassidus. 7:05. On Clubhouse also, by the way, we're started now at 7:05. We're on Facebook.Chabad ZK, and of course on Zoom. And so we learn Chassidus in the morning. Then we're off to pray. And then around between 8:30 and 8:40, we start Chumash and Rashi. That's why we're a bit late today. It's lengthy. And then we have Rambam. So we have a whole morning for whoever can be with us. Yeah, actually I should put it on Instagram too. Good point. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I lost the feed here already. Welcome to Tanya Today. I'm Rabbi Ronnie Fine, coming to you from Chabad Zich and Kadesh, Montreal, Canada. It's a privilege and a pleasure to share with you the Tanya. We welcome Clem in Brisbane. Leah is with us in Florida. In Puerto Rico, greetings from Sadiusep. I hope I got that right. John, North Carolina. Blanca is with us in Guatemala. Diane in Arizona. Eugenia is in Calgary, where I hear it's really cold and there's snow. Is that correct, Eugenia? Warming up with Tanya. We have in Narcos. I'm sure I got that wrong. Thank you for joining. Jenna is with us in Lone Tree, Colorado. All right. The tree might be lone, but not here in Tanya. Denise is with us in New Jersey. Boker Tov. Paula in Bakersfield, California. Did the sun rise yet? Liba, Davida in New York. Good morning. Rusty is with us in Texas. Welcome. Joseph, Boker Tov to you in New Jersey. Yes, we just spoke about the election. What we just learned, today's Torah portion. And Deborah in Kitchener, Ontario. Michael is in Germany with us. Eddie in Washington State. Rena in Colorado. Yeah, good idea. We'll put them on Instagram. Boulder, Colorado, we have Chava Celeste. Laurie in North Carolina, welcome. Who else? Mary, Boker Tov, Elise. Complete speedy recovery. Here in West Virginia. Julia is now in Pennsylvania. Tim in Texas, Boker Tov. Daphne is having a terrific Tuesday in South Carolina. A lunar eclipse today? Okay. Joey, welcome. In Boca Raton, we have Liz. Andrea is in Phoenix. Joey in Flagstaff, Arizona. Jane is with us in the Philippines. Yohanan in California. Who else? I think we mentioned it. Clubhouse, we've got Vatia, Vilma, Liana, Ben, Winston, David, Marcy, Celeste, Michael, Mark. We've got the inspector with us. And we have CJ. Okay. Amazing. Instagrammers Yenta Televenta, Rachel in South Carolina, Grateful Living is with us, Okoye in Peru. We have Chantel, sure as he is. Beautiful. We continue in the 27th letter, this letter to bring consolation to those Hasidim living in the Holy Land of Israel that lost their Rabbi, their mentor, their teacher, Mendel Haradoker. And really what this is all about is how the righteous live on. How they live on, and not only live on, but live on through us. That we can still be connected in a very profound way. In a very profound way. And today we're going to understand how is it possible that the Zohar makes a statement that the passing of the righteous, they are more found, not just in the spiritual worlds, but in this physical world, more than when they were alive. How could that be? How do you understand that? There's a whole different perspective on a person's passing and your connection to them. They can be more alive, more found. So, as we explained yesterday, what is the life of the righteous? And by extension, hopefully our lives, more of this than that. And what is this? Faith, love, and awe of God. That's what nourishes them. That's what feeds them. That's their life. Period. Do they eat? Yeah. But eating for them is an expression of love and awe of God. And faith. That's what it is. As opposed for us, eating is eating. It's keeping us alive. For them, it's not keeping them alive. God's keeping them alive. Therefore, they have such a deep faith and love and awe of God. God's keeping them alive. And what is the medium that's being used? Food. It's not food keeping them alive, but that's not how we think. I mean, intellectually, we know that that's not the case. But I'm not talking about intellectually. Experientially, the righteous are experiencing God keeping them alive. Not some food. And that's why, by the way, they're eons beyond us, the righteous. As a matter of fact, as the Rizhner Rebbe once, who was the contemporary of the Alter Rebbe, a great tzaddik, as one of his simple students came to him and said, Rebbe, just learned there's 36 hidden righteous, and they're hidden. Well, obviously you're not one of them, because everybody knows you're righteous. He said, woe unto me that my righteousness is what you see. What we see of a tzaddik is only from our perspective. And from our perspective, that's how we see the world, right? So that's how we even see the righteous. So what we perceive of them is nothing in compared to what they really are. Nothing. So, while the tzaddik was alive on earth, the three attributes that we explained that defines them, is them, faith, love and awe of God. That's right. Was contained in their vessel and garment, in the physical plane, meaning that their soul was in a body. And during their lifetime, physically in this world, disciples only were able to receive a reflection, a ray of these attributes that radiate beyond the tzaddik's body, right? By means of their words and actually thoughts. But the words and even thoughts of the righteous are a mere ray of light compared to the sun, the soul itself, so to speak. metaphorically. That's why our sages say that we can't plummet the sages' teachings for 40 years, because all we're getting is a ray of light from them. And that ray of light is coming from the sun, is coming from something greater. So we only get a little morsel. After 40 years, we can finally plummet greater depths, because we're only getting by way of the soul being expressed through a body, meaning the body meaning through their communication with us, that they speak to us. Actually, it's even when they think. But in other words, it's coming through the dimension of the body that conceals, hides, and doesn't give the full power of the soul. But that's not the case when they pass away. When they pass away, since the nefesh, it remains in the grave. Nefesh is the lowest level of the soul, but the next level of the soul, the ruach, the spirit of the soul, is separated, and it comprises of the three attributes. There are three powers of faith, love, and awe of God. And those three attributes are now where? In their soul, unbounded by a body. Where? In Gan Eden, in the Garden of Eden. And where's the Garden of Eden? First of all, actually before that. So now we get direct from their soul, not via the soul in a body. That you only get a ray, a glimmer of their soul as they express themselves through thought and speech to us. But we are getting the very core of their soul level of ruach. We are be able to attach ourselves to it as their soul is found in Gan Eden. Well, you say, oh, Gan Eden, but Gan Eden's not here. Gan Eden's up there. No. Gan Eden is right here. Except we don't have access to it. It's a different dimension. Who had access to it? Yaakov Avinu, Jacob. When he went into his father Yitzchak to get the firstborn blessings, it says that he entered into Gan Eden Gan Eden entered with him. And that's how he was able to get the blessings from his father. His father realized that, ooh, there's something special here. The righteous, even when they're in the physical world over here, they have access to Gan Eden. Not me and you. But where is Gan Eden? Right here, and it's enveloping us right now. As a matter of fact, all the good that we do flies there, goes up there, and we only use it as a figure of speech in the sense that it is, even though it's here, but it goes up, it ascends, the good that we do, and is recorded in Gan Eden. And that's why it becomes a protective shield for us, the mitzvahs we do here when we're in Gan Eden, for our soul to be able to get that green glimmer of light of God, as we've learned at great length previously in previous letters. But in any case, the point being is that the neshama of the righteous person is not removed. I mean, removed in the sense that we're not experiencing it, but it's encompassing us here, Gan Eden, and therefore his soul is right here, right now. And in which way is his soul here now? The righteous? Unencumbered by a body, which means that the attachment that we have is to that level of the soul. That is the core of the soul, then the ruach level of the soul, which the ruach level embodies the faith and the love and awe of God that has not gone away. Doing lunch has gone away. Golf has gone away. Netflix has gone away. But the love and awe of God doesn't go away. It's eternal. Therefore, it's easy for disciples now to receive from the essential aspect of their master's ruach the tzaddik that they're connected to the ruach level, meaning to that righteous person, that tzaddik's faith, love, and awe of God. And they're not getting a mere glimmer from him now that they would when he was alive. But they're getting from the essential part of his neshama. And it becomes absorbed. That level becomes absorbed in a part of him, of the tzaddik, that now it doesn't remove itself. Because we know all holy entities never get uprooted, right? Don't get uprooted. So it means in Gan Eden, it's there, in the higher Gan Eden, the lower Gan Eden, and it extends itself to those who are disciples of that righteous person, each according to their bond with that righteous person. In other words, the closer that they feel, that the person feels to that righteous person, right? And even if you didn't have the bond in their lifetime, but now you've made the bond, right? The Alter Rebbe isn't alive physically for over 200 years. Actually, 210 years to be precise. Right? But the more we have a bond, a bond of love, because what is love is a bond that therefore connects us. And what does it connect us to? To the three attributes of his faith, love, and awe, that we get it. As the spirit, ruach, of the inner heart elicits the spirit above, and therefore through that preparation we're able to receive. And that's what it means. If you've labored hard to try to get the faith and love and awe of God, you can get it because you connect yourself to a tzaddik, to a righteous person, and with that bond, with that love, which the love is a bond, you're bonded to receive directly from their ruach level of the soul, their faith, love, and awe of God, not a mere glimmer, but the core essence of it. And hence, we can have more today than even when the Alter Rebbe and our dear Rebbe were physically alive in this world. Wow. That's like unbelievable. But it depends. We need to desire and to have that bond. So, yes, we get it by virtue of that lofty, righteous soul. We get through that connection, but we have to make the connection. So, folks, in Chabad, there's only two types of people. Those who are Chabadniks and those who don't yet recognize. Because our dear Rebbe is a Rebbe of all the Klal Yisrael, of the entire Jewish people, whether people recognize it or not. He thinks about everyone, cares for everyone, and beyond that, even for all souls, all human beings. For all human beings. Yeah. Very powerful. So it's a time to connect to our dear Rebbe. Right in upon Pidyon Nefesh, redemption of soul, right into the Rebbe, everybody. Tell them who you are. If you're Jewish, write your Jewish name and your mother's name. The son or the daughter of your mother, if you're Jewish. If you're not Jewish, then write your name with the son or daughter of your father. And connect to the Rebbe. Make a connection. Writing a letter and sending it to the Ohel, to the resting place of the Rebbe, where it will be placed there. Whatever your heart's request, whatever you want, whatever you need in order to have an improved, better life, ask the Rebbe for it. You can go to the Ohel, which I will be there a week this Friday myself with all the shluchim. It's the oil.com. I don't think so. I thought it was oil.chabad.org. I thought, isn't that what it is? Hello? Come on in. Oil Chabad. I think it's oilchabad.org. Or maybe the oil.com also works. I wasn't aware of that. No. Yeah, there is no, it's not the oil.com. It's Oil Chabad. Okay. Or it goes through Chabad.org. Yeah. The point is, we need to make an effort to connect to the Rebbe, and he makes available what we learn. Tomorrow we're going to learn even more things that he makes available to us, even though he's physically not here. But he is. Gan Eden is here. It's a different dimension that the righteous have an awareness of. I don't. You don't. So it means he's here. His neshama is here. It encompasses us here. And therefore we can connect. Through our connection to him, we can get a different kind of faith and love and awe of God Almighty. Wow. Very powerful. Davida. Well, why did Baal Shem Tov stay hidden at Tzaddik so long in the world while he was hidden as among... Tzaddikim had different ways to serve God. And that was his way. Okay, that was his way. Can we give names when we go to the... Of course. Yeah, you can pray for other people. I do that all the time. I do that for you guys. Right? I do that for you guys all the time. All right. We're going to do Rambam next. In a few moments. It's going to be TRC on Thursday. Tomorrow night, folks, I'm starting a JLI course called My God. 25 questions all about God. I strongly urge you to try it out at least. The first class, I'm giving you a chance. You could try out the first class. It's going to be a phenomenal journey of 6 weeks. There's a textbook that comes that will be sent to you. Those are part of TRC. They get a 50% discount. You don't want to miss this course. Sign up today so you can get your book, maybe even for tomorrow. Yeah, Chava signed up, and Rena signed up, and yeah. Will the hidden tzaddiks know to everyone? Yeah, I would imagine. Yep. Rachel, the skins of Yaakov were disguised himself in the skins of Hashem. Yes. I'm sorry, you know what? It's hard for me to read. Yeah, so, correct. All right. I'm Rabbi Ronnie Fine coming to you from Chabad Zichron Kadesh, Montreal, Canada. It's a privilege and a pleasure to share with you, Tanya. Have an amazing day. And don't forget, sign up for JLI. JLIMontreal.com. JLIMontreal.com.